News with Gary Liberatore.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us as we speak. The east end of Jamaica is seeing the eye of Hurricane Melissa just coming on board. A Category 5 storm packing winds nearly 200 miles per hour. While no video is available from the hardest hit part of the island nation, NBC's George Solis is in the capital of Kingston on the western end and filed this report late this morning as the nation prepared for the worst.
Hurricane Melissa is taking direct aim at Jamaica, with tourists stranded on the island and residents hunkering down.
We are real worried because it might just rip the whole place apart.
Melissa has already claimed lives there ahead of its arrival.
We've had 3 deaths related to the preparation of the storm.
Even before the powerful storm's arrival, its presence is being felt.
We will have a storm surge above 17 feet in many areas. We will have between 30 and 40 inches of rain in many areas. And you will have 160-mile-an-hour winds. That is a risk to life, livelihood, and to even modern infrastructure.
Winds whipping up and the rain coming in, water washing over this bridge.
Hurricanes sound horrible outside. It just sounds as if somebody's pouring buckets and buckets of water.
This stunning satellite image capturing lightning flashes inside Melissa's eye wall. The storm so powerful, even a NOAA Hurricane Hunter aircraft had to turn back. Local shelters taking in those at risk. And Americans from the Cajun Navy on standby to help out.
There's going to be, people could be trapped for months. This storm is more powerful than Hurricane Maria, more powerful than Katrina.
While some tourists left the island, others forced to ride out the storm.
You know, I got my wife and kids here, also got my mom, my parents. You know, as long as we get through the wind and the rain and everybody is safe, that's all I ask for.
NBC's George Solis reporting from the west end of Jamaica. And Eric, as we see some streets already underwater, you mentioned this could be the most powerful hurricane in history, right?
Yes, and I mean, you can see the power of the water right there too, but there's storm surge, there's wind, and there's pressure. A lot of factors that go to a strength of a hurricane. And I want to showcase right here what it's like right now. So again, it's Category 5, but again, with Category 5 being the highest level hurricane you can get, from here it just goes into the raw numbers in terms of the strength of the system. So winds nearing 200 miles an hour, you can see 185 mile per hour winds just reported here on the eye wall as it slowly moves onshore. The central pressure, 892 millibars. Now that might seem like gibberish when you're wondering, well, what does 892 millibars mean? It means that the pressure inside that cyclone right there is at its lowest point. In fact, the last time we've had a hurricane hit landfall or make landfall in the Atlantic Basin with a pressure level that low, 1935, the Labor Day hurricane. And that is the strongest hurricane to make landfall in modern history. So this is definitely one for the record books. And again, we only hope that it won't be as bad as what you're currently seeing on the satellite feed right there. So again, our prayers are with the people of Jamaica as this is making devastating landfall right now. Here locally, we've got some sunshine, we've got some dry weather, we got some good news here locally. It is on the cooler side today. Temperatures are in the 40s. So a cooler late October afternoon. In the next 12 hours, see those highs peaking in the low to mid 50s. Clear skies rolling in tonight. And we have another nice day tomorrow, but we are tracking widespread rain as we head into Thursday. We'll track that coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Utica University has announced.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Plenty of sunshine today after another frosty start. We've warmed up into the 40s. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. Again, we got blue skies out there this afternoon. Gorgeous conditions, at least for late October standards. Variable wind at 3 miles an hour and temperature at 48 degrees, slowly hitting it near 50 in the next couple of hours. Radar and satellite, nothing really notable to speak of at this point. We do have high pressure in place here currently. which is keeping our weather entirely dry. We are tracking some rainfall to our south that is expected to stay out to sea before our next round of rainfall will arrive as we head into Thursday morning. So you can see here, you have any plans outdoors today and tomorrow, your best bet. Thursday and Friday looking a little more unsettled. And yes, I know we have Halloween on Friday, so any trick-or-treating might be a little bit on the damp side. When it comes to frost, again, this morning we had some frost. Tomorrow we'll see some frost. Thursday and Friday looking a little bit more on the unlikely side. In fact, with temperatures in the 40s, pretty much not even likely at all for any of that to form. Still, though, we're keeping a close eye on Melissa, now just making landfall on Jamaica, right along the western coast right there. And it is expected to remain a strong hurricane, potentially still Category 4 as it hits the southeastern portion of Cuba. And then it will continue out to sea. This cold front is going to steer that hurricane away from the U.S., away from us here in central New York. So if you're concerned about potential impacts here locally, again, we're not expecting any of that sort. But still, if you know friends and family in Jamaica, this is something that will likely be historic. So pray for the friends and family in that area. Our Skycast shows sunshine across the area today. Temperatures in the 50s. By tonight, we're down into the 30s with another frosty morning out there. Tomorrow, we do climb back into the 50s yet again with lots of sunshine. A few clouds will increase as we head into the evening. And then overnight, we'll see the arrival of some rain showers, especially by the early mornings on Thursday around 6 a.m., mainly impacting the southern valleys first, and then a little later for those of you in the Adirondacks, maybe about an hour or two delay. Either way, the morning is looking rather rainy for Thursday afternoon. The rainfall tapers off a little bit. We kind of have a little bit of a dry slot moving in here, so we'll fine-tune that dry slot forecast too. But then as we head into Friday night, or Thursday night, excuse me, to Friday, that's when we'll see a bigger dry slot move in, and then wraparound rain showers possible as we head into Halloween. So just keep that umbrella handy if you are trick-or-treating, as it does look a little on the damp side. Then lingering showers Saturday, temperatures remaining in the 40s as we head into the end of the weekend. We'll be right back.
Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, you are crunching the numbers on the most powerful hurricanes in history, and this one is right up there.
Yeah, and I finished this list within seconds ago, and I want to show you guys the list, and it's not a long list here. Keep in mind, Melissa is on both of these. So, strongest Atlantic hurricanes by pressure level. You notice Melissa comes in fourth there, but it's tied with the Labor Day storm of 1935. And you notice there are two other storms ahead of it. I mentioned it could be the second strongest by pressure for landfall. Gilbert in 1988 and Wilma in 2005, they hit lower pressure levels, but they actually weakened before they hit land. When it comes to the strongest hurricanes by wind, you can see the numbers here. Allen in 1980, 190 mile per hour winds. At this point, we're talking about a difference of 5 miles an hour. These are historic storms. Gilbert, Labor Day, Wilma, Dorian in 2019, and Melissa now coming in sixth with, again, 185 mile per hour winds. Actually, I should say tied for second with only a 5 mile per hour difference to the strongest winds ever recorded there. And again, it's approaching 185 right now. It is making landfall shortly. The center of the eye, when it hits land, is what classifies as landfall. So although the outer eye wall has now hit the shores of Jamaica, we still got to wait a little bit for the official eye wall to be making landfall. Downtown Utica here locally, again, we have much quieter weather here in central New York. Sunshine, beautiful fall weather. We are going to track some more rainfall on the horizon. We'll have the details on that coming up shortly. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The city of Utica held a meeting on
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are still tracking lots of sunshine, a beautiful late October day here in the Mohawk Valley. A live look In Cooperstown, it's a little busy out there today. Temperature 46 degrees. Definitely some flannel weather out there today, too. And sunglasses weather. Been quite a while. We have had all that sunshine, maybe a few periods of rain showers recently. But we're on this dry stretch today and tomorrow, thanks to this area of high pressure. But we're going to see some rain chances arrive Thursday and Friday. Now, I will show here in a second, this is not related to Hurricane Melissa. This is a separate low pressure. So when it comes to conditions, we're only tracking decent rainfall, maybe a few dry slots here and there, and then some lingering showers heading into Halloween. In terms of frost, we got another frosty night tonight, but besides that, frost potential decreases. You won't need a bunch of extra time to scrape off the windshield Thursday morning or Friday morning. But again, back to Hurricane Melissa. We are waiting for the official word of landfall right now. Still incredibly strong hurricane, 185-mile-per-hour winds, Category 5. It's going to hit the southeastern portion of Cuba, continue toward the Bahamas, and then shift northward. This cold front you see here, sheltering the U.S. from seeing any impacts of Melissa. So this is, again, a historic storm, and we're lucky this is not going anywhere near the mainland U.S. We're also going to have to keep a close eye because that path also has it trending toward Bermuda. So we'll see how that pans out. That's, again, a couple days from now. Still, the primary concern is Jamaica and Cuba. Here locally, again, we got lots of quiet weather here, sunshine, temperatures in the 50s. Tonight, we're down into the 30s with another frosty overnight. And then tomorrow, after a cool start, we warm up into the 50s again by the afternoon. A decent easterly wind, and then we'll see some conditions turn to more on the cloudy side overnight. Eventually, rainy by early Thursday. So your morning commute might be a little damp, especially if you're in the southern valleys. As we head into Thursday afternoon, we might see a little bit of a dry slot move in following this initial widespread rain, and then a few more scattered showers develop. We do dry up a little bit overnight, but then the back side of this low will push its way north and east, and we could see some wraparound rain showers for Halloween. So this is an early preview of this. By tomorrow, we're going to have a more high-resolution view of what Halloween will look like. So this is the last time we'll show this graphic here on the noon show. You got some mixing possibly in the higher elevations, but that's really about it. Maybe some grapple mixed in. Still, it's a damp one, it's a breezy one, it's a cool one. Maybe some warmer Halloween costumes for your Friday. Then, as we head into Saturday, lingering drizzle. Sunday, high of 47. Really, it's a cooler, more October and November-like stretch as we enter our first weekend or our first days of November, Saturday and Sunday. Because we're going to get a reminder, turn those clocks back an hour on Sunday. Finally starting to see those early sunsets. Been a while.
Yeah, not looking forward to the darkness so early, though.
We'll have some earlier sunrises. That's silver lining.
Eric, thanks. Well, as the government shut down...
You're slamming into the Caribbean. Hurricane Melissa, a deadly Category 5 storm, made landfall in Jamaica today, and this is going to reshape the island for years to come.
Yeah, Melissa's already responsible for at least 7 deaths in 3 countries. Michael Yoshida reports.
Hurricane Melissa, one of the strongest Atlantic hurricanes in history, bringing powerful winds, dangerous rainfall, and flooding to the Caribbean.
There will be catastrophic damage. There is no infrastructure in this region, or maybe anywhere in the world, that could withstand a Category 5 hurricane without some level of damage.
The massive storm rapidly intensifying as it approached Jamaica. Warm waters helping fuel Melissa, which had sustained winds of 185 miles per hour Tuesday morning. This is the first Category 5 hurricane to hit Jamaica. Officials warning it's not just powerful winds, but also storm surge, sustained rainfall, and landslides that could be devastating and deadly.
There will be flooding and there will be infrastructure damage. We have 70% of our population living within 5 kilometers of the sea in generally low-lying areas, so the risk of flood is extreme.
More than 800 shelters opened across the island. Residents and tourists bracing for the worst.
They told everyone to pack in an emergency bag so that we will have that in all our important documents.
It's really overwhelming. We've never been through anything like this, and hearing the more and more updates and more reports and how it's getting stronger and stronger.
As the storm pushes past Jamaica, Cuba, Turks and Caicos, and other islands sit in its path. In Washington, Michael Yoshida.
This is incredibly scary.
Yeah, very scary. Bill, we were talking about it last night. You have no idea how many people could die from something.
Yeah, it's horrible. Usually when we talk about records for hurricanes, those records are when the storm is in the middle of the ocean and it's not affecting people. This is one of the strongest that made landfall ever in recorded history here. It rivals that 1935 Florida Keys storm. Locally, our weather is very quiet. It's been a beautiful day. We've been seeing plenty of sunshine, 55 degrees, the current temperature, dew point 35. That means, once again, we're going to get some frost tonight. We're looking at clear skies. It's going to cool off very rapidly after sunset, which nowadays is just before, right around 6 o'clock. Weather headlines, we are tracking frost tonight, increasing clouds tomorrow, and rain and wind heading back to central New York just in time for Halloween and into part of the weekend. Mostly sunny this evening. We cool off quickly. We'll drop into the 40s. Tracking a nice Wednesday, but again, some changes ahead. We'll take a look at how this affects Halloween night for the trick-or-treaters. Look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Utica University's president.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track a lovely evening here in central New York. It's going to cool off quickly. We're going to see some frost. Live look in downtown Utica. The sun is setting earlier and earlier these days, but we do have daylight for about the next hour. Live look at the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, all is quiet. Halloween is looking breezy, showers, temperatures in the 40s heading into Friday night. That west wind between 10 and 20 miles an hour will make it feel pretty uncomfortable out there. And again, we are tracking at least some rain. Sunset times, well, we can say goodbye to the 6 o'clock sunsets until the clocks change again. We've got to go to March 8th in order to see daylight beyond 6 o'clock again. Again, we changed the clocks in less than a week, so our sunset next week will be 4:48. A month from now, 4:28. 2 months from now, we actually start to see that swing where it actually starts to go the other direction. So I guess that is encouraging. As dark as it's going to get, there's an end in sight, and it's not as far away as you might think. Temperatures in the 50s this afternoon, 55 in Rome, 52 in Hamilton, begin with clear skies in place. It's going to cool off quickly. In fact, the frost risk is very high tonight. We continue to see widespread frost tomorrow morning. Again, it's something to just plan for. Budget some time to scrape off your car windshield before heading out to work. Again, it looks like it'll be a concern again tomorrow. Radar and satellite image, high pressure in control of our weather. We are watching the next weather system that'll be very slowly developing and moving in from the south and west, and that will give us some rain as we head into the end of the week. Storm Tracker 2 skycast tonight. Clear skies. We're down into the low 30s to upper 20s. Sunshine tomorrow early in the day, and then we'll see some clouds arrive. Temperatures in the mid-50s. Tomorrow night, overnight lows drop down into the 30s. Widespread rain is expected, and it looks wet as we head throughout Thursday afternoon, and breezy with temperatures in the 40s, and again, similar conditions for Halloween. Major Hurricane Melissa, Category 4 storm, made landfall as a 5. It's going to head towards Cuba, and it's going to gradually weaken, but it is still a very large storm, so it's going to take a little bit of time for that to weaken. This heads out to sea. It remains a hurricane for quite a while, rest of the week at least, but again, it doesn't have any impact along the East Coast. Tonight, clear skies, frost, 30 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, increasing clouds. Most of the day looks sunny. Looks like a nice afternoon, 53. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloud showers Thursday, Friday. Looks breezy. Yes, Halloween should be Friday. Yes, the clock change should be Sunday. Oops, I'll fix that. Temperatures will be in the upper 40s Saturday, Sunday, and then we start to climb back into the 50s Monday and Tuesday. Nobody's perfect.
Listen, if Bill shows up at your house, rings the doorbell and says trick or treat, just mind your business.
Yes, and then says turn the clock back.
This is his show. Bill, thank you. Today marks the day that more severe weather, and the state comptroller is calling for more federal support to handle the impact.
Since 1998, New York has received an average of $958.6 million a year in federal aid. The comptroller says that needs to increase to help prepare for and respond to disasters. A new report shows that since 1998, there have been an average of 2.5 weather events per year in New York that resulted in federal disaster or emergency assistance. Oneida and Herkimer counties are in the top 10 counties with the greatest number of severe weather events since 1996.
Continuing to track Hurricane Melissa, the Category 5 storm slammed into Jamaica late this morning. You're looking at Montego Bay on the northwest shore of the island. This storm is extremely dangerous, with sustained winds near 185 miles per hour. This is the most powerful storm to ever hit Jamaica. At least 7 hurricane-related deaths have already been reported across the Caribbean.
Let's get back over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
So we're actually taking a look at some of the historic hurricanes of the past and comparing it to Melissa. And the key here is that Melissa ended up making landfall with some of these incredible statistics in terms of wind and in terms of low pressure. And that's the difference maker, because there have been stronger hurricanes in the past. Wilma is still the strongest hurricane, but that was in the middle of the ocean, and it wasn't making landfall when it was doing, when it reached its peak. And that's the unique aspect of Hurricane Melissa. And also the sad part about all of this is the amount of catastrophic damage that it has caused today and will continue to cause as it lifts to the north. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It looks quiet. It's cooling off quickly this evening. We're looking at temperatures close to 50 over the next couple of days, very close to our average for this time of the year. We're typically in the upper 40s to near 50. If you're taking the dog out for a walk this evening, keep a jacket handy. It's going to be chilly. It will cool off very quickly after sunset. Tonight's featured dogs, Madeline and Mia from Frankfurt. If you want to be part of this, head to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Chris, back to you.
For a second, I thought there were 3 dogs there. It's beginning to look a lot.
You need to know. Will they need a jacket? An umbrella? What should your kids wear to school tomorrow? Get the bus stop forecast only from Storm Tracker 2. Brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track some lovely but chilly weather here in Central New York. We've got another clear night ahead, another frost. Live looking Cooperstown, 49 degrees, clear skies and looking dry in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A reminder, you can always get weather information on the go. I know the weather's relatively quiet now, but it won't be. We're going to get some rain heading into Thursday and Friday, and this is a great way to have the radar on your fingertips. Again, our Storm Tracker 2 weather app is free to download. A reminder, this is the weekend that the clocks change and we fall back. So we gain an hour, and hopefully it's of sleep. Those clocks change Sunday morning at 2 a.m. So we switch the clocks back an hour. That means our sunset time goes from just before 6 o'clock to just before 5 o'clock. And then we also get an earlier sunrise. So there's a trade-off here. Our sunrise goes from 7:30 to 6:30. And that's how things will stay for the foreseeable future until we get back into March, and then we go back the other way. And there's no signs that this pattern is going to change. I know there was some laws that have been put forth, but everything is staying put for the foreseeable future. Things have been moving on that level. Leaves continue to come down. We actually had a lot of leaf fall over the past couple of days, and just a reminder, those leaves can be quite heavy, especially when they're wet. Did you know that the leaves can be 4 times heavier when they're wet compared to when they're dry? Frost in the forecast for tonight. It looks widespread. Skywatchers checking in. Whitesboro 55 degrees, Barneveld 52, Norway 53, Fairfield 50, Jeff and Mohawk 50, Skinevus 54, and Worcester with 52. We've got high pressure in control of our weather for now. What's going to happen is this is going to break down. It's going to head to the east and weekend, and that's going to allow this area of cloud cover to move north, and that's going to be our weather maker as we head into the end of the week and weekend. This does affect our weather for Halloween. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Clear skies, overnight lows drop into the upper 20s. Tomorrow, sunshine, pleasant, Temperatures climbing to the low to mid 50s. Increasing clouds later in the day. We'll have some high clouds spill in. Rain is expected as we head into tomorrow night. Widespread rain Thursday. High temperatures in the 40s. Hurricane Melissa, big storm, Category 4 as it makes landfall into Cuba, so it's not done yet. Just absolutely devastated Jamaica. And heading towards Cuba, the long range keeps this storm generally out to sea. It may make landfall in Bermuda again, but as far as the East Coast goes, we're going to be safe from this one. Clear tonight, frost, 30 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, 53. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Halloween, clouds, showers, windy, 50 for the high. A few showers here Saturday, cloudy Sunday, cloudy Monday, temperatures in the low 50s. We'll be right back.
Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
We are tracking some chilly nights ahead. We're sitting at 52 degrees, clear skies. We have low humidity. It's going to be another night that we see widespread frost. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet across the region. We're tracking a cold night tonight. Sunshine tomorrow gives way to clouds. This is the beginning of some changes in our weather. The next area of low pressure comes in from the south. This is likely going to bring rain Thursday. It looks widespread. And then wind. This could be a wind maker in the wake as the system lifts to the north. And that's just in time for Halloween. We're going to take a quick preview of that coming up as well. Mostly clear skies this evening. Temperatures cool off quickly into the 40s. We're taking a look at that along with major Hurricane Melissa, where she's headed. Look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Happening tomorrow, a Sequoia neighborhood.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We are tracking a chilly night tonight. A lovely evening here in Central New York. The sun set about 10 minutes ago. It's live looking downtown Utica. Temperatures are falling quickly. Quick note, and we'll talk more about this in just a bit. Hurricane Melissa broke all kinds of records today. While it's not the strongest hurricane in the Atlantic Basin, it does tie for the strongest hurricane to make landfall. And that is most similar to the Labor Day storm of 1935. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet. Halloween, showers, breezy, temperatures in the 40s, a west wind 10 to 20 miles an hour. It doesn't look like a great evening to get out and trick or treat. Need an umbrella, and again, also just nice and warm. Sunset times continue to get earlier and earlier. We say goodbye to 6 o'clock sunsets. We won't see those again until the clocks change in the spring. Our clocks will be changing in a few more days, and that means we're going to have sunsets before 5 o'clock, and that's how things will stay for a while. Frost risk pretty high tonight. Widespread frost is expected. Skywatchers checking in. We've got Whitesboro with 55 degrees, Micah New Hartford 49, Barneveld 52, Jeff and Mohawk 50 degrees, Stewart and Cooperstown 46, Edmonston 49, Deb and Hartwick with 45. High pressure in control of our weather for now. This is going to slowly weaken and allow the next system to come in from the south. And this area of low pressure will be bringing us rain and widespread rain as we head into Thursday and Friday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, clear skies tonight, chilly, widespread frost, overnight lows in the low 30s. Tomorrow, sunshine for most of the day. We should see some clouds return in the afternoon. High clouds first, and then they'll thicken up. Cloudy skies expected tomorrow night, along with widespread rain. Temperatures on Thursday will be cooler with highs in the upper 40s to low 50s. Hurricane Melissa, again, devastating Jamaica today. Still a major hurricane heading towards Cuba. This storm will stay out to sea, and it remains a hurricane through the end of the week, which is pretty impressive considering it's going to spend a decent amount of time over land over the next 24 hours. Tonight, clear, frost, low of 30. Tomorrow, increasing clouds. Temperatures climb into the low 50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Widespread rain is expected Thursday, 50 for the high. Halloween, clouds, showers, windy, temperatures near 50. A few sprinkles are possible Saturday. Cloudy skies Sunday. We change the clocks this weekend. Temperatures in the low 50s Monday and Tuesday. I want to give a shout out. Happy birthday to Mom today.
Oh,
Mom's birthday.
Happy birthday, Mrs.
Happy birthday,
Cardis.
Mom. That's awesome. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Just Bill Cardis with a first look at your forecast. We're going to talk more about Melissa. Where are we going next?
So we're going to Cuba. This is going to be a Category 3 or 4 storm when it makes landfall in Cuba, and then it ends up into the Bahamas. This is such a large storm, it's going to take a while. Even though it's spending a lot of time on land and it's losing a lot of its energy, it's still just a very, very big storm. So heading to the east and not an issue for the East Coast. So I guess there is some good news here. Our weather locally, well, it's clear, it's cold. It's a live look at the Airfield Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Temperature-wise, 35 degrees. We're very close to freezing already. We look at our weather headlines, frost develops again tonight. Sunshine continues tomorrow. Looks like we've got some rain heading towards Halloween. Tonight, probably a good night to use the heat. Overnight lows near 30. Looking at clear skies and frost by the morning. I've got to look at some wet weather towards Halloween. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And again, it's looking pretty quiet out there tonight. With clear skies in place, it is cooling off quite a bit. We are taking a live look in downtown Utica. Just a recap of Hurricane Melissa. It made landfall as tied as the strongest hurricane in recorded history. It goes back to the Labor Day storm of 1935. There have been stronger hurricanes, but that was when they were in open water. For example, Wilma had the lowest pressure. Allen had the strongest winds. But again, these storms were in the middle of the ocean when these were recorded. Melissa was making landfall when all of this was happening. As we look at the Halloween forecast, we're in the 40s. It's breezy. Showers are around. We're expecting the weather to be on the unsettled side, but it's not going to be super cold. Reminder, we changed the clocks this weekend. We fall back 1 hour. We go from daylight saving time to standard time. And we also lose 1 hour of daylight at the end of the day. So our sunset times go from just before 6 o'clock to before 5 o'clock over the next couple of weeks. But we also gain some daylight in the beginning. Sunrise is going to be earlier from 7:30 to 6:30. Frost is expected by tomorrow morning. Our temperatures have already dropped into the 30s. Dolgeville 38, Little Falls 34, across Southern Valleys 32, Sherburne 37, Oneonta. High pressure in control of our weather, and that's going to bring us sunshine again tomorrow. But eventually, clouds and rain showers to the south and west will work their way to the north and east, and that will bring us some rain beginning Thursday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 20s to low 30s. Looking at sunshine throughout Wednesday, highs in the 50s. Tomorrow night, clouds increase, and we will see some rain as we head into Thursday. On and off rain for a good portion of the day with highs in the 40s. The winds pick up as this area of low pressure lifts to the north. We're looking at breezy conditions just in time for Halloween. Forecast for tonight, clear, frost, low of 30. Tomorrow, sunshine gives way to some clouds, highs in the low 50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast, clouds, showers, Thursday and Friday. Again, the winds pick up for Halloween, a high of 50 degrees. On Saturday, you could see some showers early in the day, 47. Cloudy skies Sunday, 47. Monday, cloudy, highs in the low 50s. Rain returns on Tuesday. We'll be right back.
News with Jason Pallas.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. The strongest storm of 2025 is lashing the Caribbean. Hurricane Melissa made landfall in Jamaica today as a deadly Category 5 storm with maximum sustained winds of 185 miles per hour. Since that time, it has weakened to a Cat 3. But not before plowing through the island with high winds and heavy rain. As the storm pushes past Jamaica, Cuba, Turks and Caicos, and other islands sit in its path. Sherelle Hubbard has it all in our top story tonight.
This is the first Category 5 hurricane to hit Jamaica.
The reports that we have had so far would include damage to hospitals, significant damage to residential property, housing, and commercial property as well.
With powerful winds and heavy rain battering the island, The risk of storm surge and catastrophic flash flooding a real danger.
There will be flooding and there will be infrastructure damage. We have 70% of our population living within 5 kilometers of the sea in generally low-lying areas. So the risk of flood is extreme.
Residents and tourists alike riding out the storm Tuesday.
The wind that I've experienced, I've never heard or felt anything like that in my life.
It's really overwhelming.
They told everyone to pack in an emergency bag so that we will have that in all our important documents.
A hurricane hunter's view of the storm's eye on Monday, but Tuesday, that eye moved squarely over western Jamaica about 3 hours after it made landfall.
This is an extremely dangerous, life-threatening situation. Take cover now. Do not go out in the eye as it passes your area.
The National Hurricane Center warned of the potential for, quote, total structural failure.
Widespread infrastructure damage, communications loss, power loss in isolated communities, and along the southern coast, life-threatening storm surge.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Not only a first look at our forecast, but we're going to continue to track Melissa. Wow, what a defined eye we're talking about here.
Absolutely. It's still a pretty big storm. The latest wind speed's 130 miles an hour, so it's still a Category 4 storm, and it's going to make landfall in Cuba as we head into tonight, and then eventually to the Bahamas and out to sea. Maybe Bermuda under the line here as well, but away from the East Coast. So
something to be thankful for there.
At least that's the silver lining here. Our weather locally, well, it's cold. It's dry. Temperatures are going to drop below freezing again. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Current temperature 35 degrees. Again, clear skies, calm winds in place. Stage is set for frost again as we get into tomorrow. Sunshine continues tomorrow afternoon, but the weather starts to change. Low pressure arrives and it's going to bring rain for Thursday as well as Halloween. And the winds look to pick up as well. We'll take a look at the Halloween forecast, at least the Halloween preview coming up. Tonight, overnight lows near 30. Good night to turn on the heat. Again, tracking some rain as we head into the end of the week. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. The Otsego County.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. We've got clear skies and it's chilly. Good night to see Comet Lemon. This is a picture that I took from Smith Hill. I'm using a DSLR camera, looking to the north, looking to the west after sunset. And you can't see this with the naked eye, but it is there. You can also see this with a telescope if you know the right direction to look. Although I tried seeing this with my telescope and it was faded. It's very hard to spot. But yes, I do recommend using a DSLR camera, something that can capture a lot more light. You'll have better success. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet. Halloween, showers, breezy for the trick-or-treaters in the evening. Not really a nice day. Temperatures in the 40s, on and off rain showers. We changed the clocks over the weekend. We fall back. We go from we go from Eastern Daylight Time to Standard Time, and so our sunset changes. We lose daylight in the evening. Our sunset today was 5:57. Next week is 4:48. But we also gain that light back in the beginning of the day. Our sunrise goes from 7:30 to 6:30. So that trade-off commences this weekend. Widespread frost is expected by tomorrow. It's going to be a pretty chilly night. You can see temperatures are already near or below freezing in many areas. Cooperstown 33, Oneonta 37, Unadilla 34. High pressure in control of our weather tonight. This is going to weaken, and we're tracking clouds and showers that will be arriving as we head into Thursday and Friday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the 30s. We're looking at plenty of sunshine as we head into tomorrow. Temperatures, especially early on, will climb into the 50s. Tomorrow night, overnight lows drop down into the 30s. Widespread rain is expected on Thursday. Thursday looks like a dreary day with high temperatures in the 40s. Again, continuing to keep an eye on Hurricane Melissa as it goes out to sea. Clear skies tonight, frost 30 degrees. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, temperatures in the low 50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloud showers expected Thursday, Friday, highs near 50 degrees. We are tracking breezy conditions as we head into Friday afternoon. Saturday, Sunday, highs in the upper 40s. Could see a shower early Saturday. Sunday's high 47, Monday's high 53, and it looks like rain returns on Tuesday with highs in the low 50s. We'll be right back.